Okay, so hey, so my hair looks like shit. I don't really know what to say about like the shit that is going on in my life. I don't really know what to say about it. Uh, like I thought I was gonna get justice, and I got something totally different, and it's like I don't know. I just feel like I get unduly punished for everything, and I'm not even the one that's evil. And I'm really tired, and I didn't know that this was the plan. Like honestly, I'm not always not thrilled at all. Like my family is evil as fuck, scary as fuck. Like I know that Kurt has mutilated so many children's genitals. It's not even funny. And I know they crossed over to their murders now. You know what I'm saying? And I know. And I know. And so it's kind of like weird as fuck that the plan was to put us together as a family again, and they're not going to get punished. It's just fucking bizarre. And guess who's getting punished? Me. And they're like, oh, you get a fucked up vagina in your next life because Kurt did it and you couldn't stop him. And I'm like, oh my god, make up your motherfucking minds, because you act like you don't want me to stop him. I want to stop that motherfucker, and you're protecting him with every fucking every possible. You protect him like more than you protect anything. You protect those evil motherfuckers more than you protect anything. Okay, so I met up with what's his name? Okay, so we were on our way. Where were we? So I was gonna return the rental this morning. It was supposed to be at 9. There at 9. Well, that place opened at 9, and what the I can't keep it. That bargain bins place open at 9, and it's 50-cent day. So we went there first. And I just kind of like raided the bins really quick. I was like, I don't even care because it's 50 cents. And we bought like, I don't know, some stuff, more stuff. And I was going to go return the car. We were on our way. And then I passed all the gas stations and then got to Enterprise. I was like, so I passed it, went and got gas, turned around. We stopped at the half of half store, and then started driving again. And then I bought a few things I'm gonna try to sell. But I cannot keep my shit alive. But anyway, so then I changed my mind. I decided to keep the rental because it's taken them so long to refund my money from the last time. I'm afraid, like, I've already paid the $300 deposit, and then if it takes them a lifetime to refund this time around, then when my contract for the travel nursing starts Monday, and so I went ahead and rented the car till Wednesday, so then I'll work Monday night, Tuesday night, come back Wednesday, return the car. Okay, so I'm just thinking about just the cuckoo nutsiness of the last, I don't know, year and a half, really, because I mean, things were, when I was in nursing school, my life was like, actually, I've been on the up and up for a long time, but I wasn't getting credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was still getting dogged out. People still trying to keep me under. You know what I'm saying? Just like a lot of things, and it's just like, but like I've been working since the birth of my children. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, trying to do the right thing, trying to turn my life around and everything. But it's like nothing I do is ever enough. And then I went to nursing school, and people were not nice. And they weren't nice at Mercy. They weren't really nice at nursing school. And they just like, I don't really know, because I look at pictures and stuff, like, and I can't figure out, like, they were just abrasive. You know what I'm saying? They were not nice to me. And it's like there's something about these Joplin people, and I think it's because it's such a country city that a lot of people, if they don't know their whole life, then they're never really good. Unless you're like totally like peas in a pod with them, they're never gonna accept you. And so it was just like they was just like, it's like I moved here, went to school, and I was about to graduate, and I'm saying it, but they were not nice to me, not for like the whole year. And then I met Michael at the tail end, and they were nice to me. You know what I'm saying? They were the first people in Joplin to be nice to me and to treat me, good. And then, but he had a girlfriend whenever I met him, and It's like, you know what? You totally duped out on her, and you're totally gonna dupe out on me too. And that's I've been through that with Mark, and I'm not trying to go through that again. So I moved back to Springfield and proceeded, tried to move forward with my life. And I don't know, like I don't think I make bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I'm making bad decisions. I don't think that I deserve the bad shit that happens. I think that the people who deserve it aren't. It's bad shit happening to me, and the people who deserve it, it's definitely not happening to them. Um, but okay, so I'm honestly, obviously not total. Like I don't know what's going on. Obviously, I uh, I have heard things. You know what I mean? I get permissions, I get these messages, but I have no way to verify what I'm hearing. And anyway, I just feel like in the end, my enemies triumphed over me, and I feel like the evil people prevailed, and nobody's gonna get punished except for me. I have been unduly punished, and I never even did anything even remotely as evil as all the people that I've known my entire life. Like I can't lift a finger to their evil. And let me think what else. And I did not know that it was the we were going to be reunited as a family, and that was the goal. I had no clue that was in the works. So now it's like, well, there's still so much shit that happened, in the last 30 years, the last 20 years, and then the last 10 years, and then the last year and a half or year, really. It started this time last year. Um, it's kind of like bizarre. And I kind of like, I'm like, well, definitely taking a step back because I really don't want any part of it. Um, they're just so evil. I mean, just evil at every turn, in every possible way, more evil than you can even conceive of. Um, I mean, just evil, 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 and I mean, if any, you know what I mean? It's like everybody has chosen death at every turn. It's like nobody, not one person has made a good choice at all along the way. Not one person has made a good choice, and it's really weird. I keep thinking I'm going to get justice. You know what I'm saying? I keep thinking that I'm going to get justice, that the tables are going to turn, that things are going to get better. But I did not know that this is the definition of better. I'm getting PTSD because my family scares the shit out of me because they're so damn evil. Uh, uh, I don't know. I don't like anything that's going on. Like I swear to God, like I don't know why I have this idea that things are going to be exposed, things are going to come to light, there's going to be justice. I have no idea why I even expect that. I don't know why, because it's obviously not in the cards. It's not going to happen. Like, honest to God, like, it's the most bizarre evil that you can even imagine. Like, you can even imagine. You can't fathom. There's just, I mean, I've got to be setting some kind of like history, like Guinness Book of World Record history type stuff with their evil. Like, it's crazy. And I just think that I don't know, everybody that I was talking to my sister last night, and she's like, "You think I do all this shit?" And I don't. And I'm like, 95% of me is like, she's a lying, conniving little cunt, but I can't prove it. So I can't be like, you're a lying piece of shit, because I have concrete evidence that I know that you're evil as fuck. Okay, so I have to, like, I can't blast her. You know what I mean? I just have to be like, you know, till I can prove it. I'm just gonna have to go play stupid, play the fool again, like I have my whole fucking life. You know what I'm saying? And oh yeah, it makes me so fucking mad. I can't even lie. I cannot even conceive of the evil that they've worked over my life. And it should have been better a long time ago, but I'm good. You know what I'm saying? The truth is that I'm good, but nothing around me reflects that I'm good. Like my family like everybody thinks I'm crazy. And it's like my dad is the weirdest fucking shit. My dad is off his rocker. Like off. Like he's been crazy for 50 years now. Crazy as fuck. And it's so bizarre because the whole reason people thought I was crazy in the first place is because he's crazy. But it's like we're so far down the road that it's like he's not crazy anymore. I'm crazy. Just me. I'm crazy. And it's so bizarre. And I'm like, my dad is like manic. Okay, people are so illiterate about mental illness. And so they would just believe absolutely anything people say about it. People have no concept. There's maybe 1, 2, 3% of the population that actually understand mental illness, and it's probably psychiatrists and people that work in mental health, because nobody else has any understanding whatsoever of mental health, at all. Talk about the most clueless motherfuckers you ever met in your life. This one attorney, I sat down and I was trying to explain my dad to him. My dad is bipolar, but he's really unipolar because he doesn't have the lows. He's just manic all the time. And that's and then he just clearly has he's probably never even known somebody with a genuine mental illness. So he will believe whatever. He's completely, absolutely 100% out to sea, just clueless. Out to the sea of cluelessness when it comes to mental illness. So he's like, well, we need to get a psych eval to make sure that you're not unipolar bipolar. And I'm like, bipolar is not even a thing. I made it up, dipshit. No, you're going to turn it, you don't even know what I'm talking about. You're going to turn it around on me. I'm like, you fucking piece of shit. Regardless. So I'm like, you're such an idiot. Do you understand how expert you had to be at something to be? I'm like, you fucking asshole, but regardless. And then but the funny thing is, though, I'm gonna tell you, it's my blessing. Okay, I actually, because my dad is so frenetic and energetic all the time, and he's so vigilant. And honest to God, his dad before him was vigilant, but his dad before him did not have the mental illness. But because I've been around my dad so much, and I believe that I've probably been by his spirit enough that I do have that frenetic energy. But the difference between my dad and me is that I can actually be productive and be consistent and have a schedule, and you know what I'm saying? I can actually be functional in society. So it's not for me, if I am my dad, and I keep telling it's I'm 1/100th as crazy as my dad, 0.01%. And I'm gonna tell you that the energy that I have is a blessing from God because of the injustice that I've experienced in my life with these illiterate idiot motherfuckers on this planet who have no concept of mental illness whatsoever. And it's just the most bizarre thing of my life, because I'm going to tell you, it's okay, they say I'm crazy. Okay, crazy as crazy does. I don't really know what to tell you. Yes, there really is mental illness. Okay, but I'm going to tell you the weird part is the drug allergy. Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and so they are just 100% convinced that I have a drug problem. Okay, and it's almost in order to have a drug problem, you have to use drugs. Okay, you have to be addicted to drugs. Okay, I smoked pot one time in 2001. Yeah, I smoked it twice with my best friend when I was 13, because she smoked it every damn day. I did not. I smoked it twice with her when I was in 7th grade, and I didn't smoke it again. I smoked it one isolated incident in 2001. That is the last time I've done illegal drugs. Okay. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna say that the crazy allegations are as unfounded as the drug allegations. You can't just say somebody uses drugs; they have to actually use drugs. You can't just say somebody's crazy; they actually have to be crazy. Just like it's just not going away. Regardless, and I'm just like, I will tell you, like, I am baselined all the time. Like, you can catch me any moment of my entire life, and I am as crazy and as sane as I've ever been for my whole life. Like, I don't care. You can take a slice of any, look at my, if you want to look at my chronology of my life, put it on a timeline, and you take a slice anywhere along the line, and I will be equally crazy and equally sane as I am in this moment right now. I've never been more sane and I've never been more crazy than I am right now. So, why do people need to slander me so desperately bad? I have no earthly idea. I mean, it started when I was like, I mean, it's annoying. Like, they started it on me when I was like adolescent. I was super adolescent. I was like mouthy and like your whole like classic super adolescent. Like, and I just started just like, oh, she has an eating disorder. No. If anybody had an eating disorder, it was my sister. And nobody ever said a damn thing to her about it. Okay, just me. Oh, what else? What else was it? Eating disorder? I lost my train of thought. Oh, just I was thinking about like, I don't know, crazy shit that happens to me in my life. Just that the lies that people come up with about me is bullshit. Like I can't even lie, it's bullshit. No, I never had an eating disorder, and I never developed an eating disorder. I was never in treatment for having an eating disorder, and I just people are perplexing to say the least, and at this stage they're downright evil, and just 100% unrepentant. I could not be less repentant. Could not be less. They could. They will not. People will not change. They won't repent. They won't do anything. Like, I mean, they're gonna have to. But the other thing. So I don't know. Kind of like I really like. I'm in a really really different frame of mind the last few days. Kind of like in a trance type thing, for the simple fact that I found out all this shit was happening and I wanted to know what was happening. And then it's like everybody's like making sure that I don't find out what's happening, like for the rest of my life. And like for my whole life, everybody's secret lies, secrets, lies, secrets, lies. And it's just it's never going to stop. The secrets and the lies are never going to stop. And their idea of better is not actually better. And I'm just like, it's just scary. And it's just basically, they keep the door wide open for these people to be as evil as they can possibly be. Like wide open. And there's absolutely no consequences whatsoever for any of their actions. Absolutely none. I mean, literally, they have part of the Red Sea wide open for these people to be evil as can be and face absolutely no consequences. Not a one. So, okay, but I'm going to tell you, it's going to be very, very difficult without foul play for them to keep my son from me. Like I feel like they're going to have to go to even greater measures because I feel like they've done everything conceivable to keep me down in my life. It's so that I can't have my kid back. And because it's like basically the ground beneath me, like there's no firm foundation. And yeah, I know. I think of that that parable about the house built on the sand and everything, but I don't think that's really fair because I think that they built my house on the sand because I seriously, I just think it was their fault. I mean, the shit that they did, the stuff that I found out, it was more like I had no idea. It's like I just found out some new shit that I didn't even know, and I never really haven't really talked about it, but I can't fucking believe it. It's just the Chuck that I was surrounded by Chuck killer dolls, and I didn't even know it. I don't know. I was surrounded by Chuckies. Damn killer dollars, and I don't know what to tell you, man. And I find out, 20 years later, 25 years later, what they did. And I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm just like, I'm in a really, really, really altered like state. Like just because it's kind of like this the serenity prayer. And I learned it, because they say it in all shelters and all domestic violence shelters and all across the country. And it's like you have to accept the things that you cannot change and change the things that you can. And I am in a very, very, very resigned state. I feel like I'm being listened to. I think that, okay, so there's like all these like, so you could put spyware on a phone, and I swear to God, I know that I'm under surveillance all the time. Because back whenever, usually, okay, so basically you can't, they say that you can't do it remotely, but you know that you can. Because like the whole spyware shit, because like they say you have to physically have the phone in your possession to put a device in it so that you can listen, but you know that's a lie. You know that they can do it, and I swear to God, I am under surveillance from like multiple parties. Like I can't even lie. I swear to God, I think that those are the attorneys. My brother's attorney, I think that he has surveillance capabilities. I think that there's some Illuminati people who have the surveillance capabilities. Like they can tap into, like for example, they can tap into my camera here and stuff like that. And they can just hear every little word, every sound that you make. And it's annoying to say the least. I don't know why I have to be in the I mean, I'm not like, okay, so I kind of like, I don't know why everybody wants to keep me in the dark. It's just like, it's like, why does everybody enjoy that so much? It just brings people so much pleasure. They love it so much they just never want it to end. And I can't even lie. I really like legit. Like every time I think I'm gonna get justice, it's like I stand corrected. You know what I mean? And I just cannot believe how vehemently they protect the evildoers. And I don't really know for sure. I get all these mixed messages, and I honestly don't even know what to believe. But I would tell you, I don't know, I've just been this really, really weird state, and I like. So I feel like this is the third day in a row, and I don't like it at all. Like I'm so like I'm really I'm just really passive, and it's kind of like I think that it happened whenever I realized, like, you know what, I'm probably not going to get justice, and so then it's like I went into this different state of mind. It's kind of like I don't know, like I don't know. I guess you could say that I gave up. Kind of like it's kind of just a state of resign. It's like I'm not going to get justice to my liking. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way it's going to end well. It's not going to be satisfactory to me. I know for a fact because they're too protective of evil, and it's like it's not like the evil has run its course. It's like whatever. I mean, did I talk about this yesterday? It's just like, okay, so I was complaining a lot about the generational, like they have to fuck every generation, like great grandma, mom, daughter, great grandchild, and if they're alive, you know what I mean? And even if they're not of a fuckable age, if they're alive, they've got to fuck every generation that's alive. And it's like, the thing that bothered me is that I talked about it yesterday. I think it's men too. Like, for example, like Michael and my dad are lovers now, and now he's trying to fuck Kurt. And then, who's next? Jeremiah and not Jeremiah, Benjamin and Lei-Keil. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they have to fuck every generation alive. Thankfully, my grandpa's dead, so he's not trying to fuck my grandpa. And yeah, my nephews aren't old enough they're not childbearing age, so they don't have kids for him to fuck yet. But it's annoying. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't understand why they need to be around my boyfriends without me, starting with Mark. I don't really understand it. Because we'll see what comes. I mean, even Jerry, I feel like he had to have known my sister because um, I don't think that she played as big of a role in that relationship. But for example, one time he said something about they put heaven and hell in the same family. My sister's hell and I'm heaven. But I'm going to tell you how the hell did he know that? Because I personally, she must have contacted him because I never introduced them. I'm like, how would you know that? I haven't even talked about it that much. So you must know for yourself. Um, but the other thing is, let me think. Oh, the Mark shit. Like the fact that just after our conversation last night, like things have gone just exceedingly favorable for her. And she thinks that because she was that quote unquote hand of justice, you know what I mean, that she's not going to pay for her sins. And I don't know who told her that or where she got that idea because and maybe she got immunity, whatever that is. Maybe she did, you know what I mean? I don't know. But no, like well, my personal experience, I paid for things I did 6,000 years ago in this life. So for whatever reason, these people think that they're not because they're the judgment. They are judgment day for some people that they're not going to pay. They are. But the thing is, the shit they do is so bad that there really isn't a penalty bad enough for these people. There's nothing bad enough for them. I mean, minus an eternity in hell, there's absolutely nothing bad enough for them. Um so I was anyway, I'm in a really weird state and I'm Tuesday was the worst. Yesterday was a little better. Today it's Friday, not great. So tomorrow I can't do anything but work on school. Um uh it's not good. It's like I used to be like this a lot back when I was with my family. It's kind of like just like you there's the real this is even before the evil had played out. I was already like this. I get into this just it's like it's hard for me to draw myself out of this state of mind and be productive. Like I used to be like in like so la ish, like when I was like married and prior until I had a kid and I realized how far behind I was in life. I was like this all the time. Like all the time in this transit state, this la state, you know what I'm saying? And I know it has to do with just being a child prostitute and being like a, you know what I mean? Because like being like I was really like a kind of like diva. I was a diva, and I understand why I'm like this. But the fact of the matter is that there's work that I need to do in this life. There's things that I actually need to accomplish, and when I'm in this frame of mind, I am not productive because. And I mean, granted, yeah, it's kind of like a cocoon, and I'm guessing that God is probably healing me in this time. That would be my guess. It's like kind of like since Michael and I broke up, it's kind of like there's nothing really to fight for or over as much anymore because I can't think. Just well, we're not together. So what he does and what he does, I can't control it. It bothers me that it was with my family. It bothers me that my family did that shit with Mark, and then they did that shit with Michael. That they don't need to see me. They just want to get my boyfriend alone. It bothers me a lot. It doesn't matter who I date. All of a sudden they want him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's 7.7 something billion people in the population, and I just cannot believe that with a populated world, everybody just needs to fuck my boyfriend. And I mean, and the thing that bothers me too, though, is that they fuck my boyfriend and then they say that they're sorry, but they still don't connect the dots that they actually have a debt to pay to me for what that they did. They think that they can just be sorry for themselves and go on with their lives. And I'm like, bitch, I'm going to collect. Don't think I'm not. But the thing is that I don't know if I am because they're protecting the evildoers. Just, I mean, I would say more than they protect me because well, obviously, because look at all the shit that's happened. There's not been any protection for me in my life. I mean, I'm still alive. You know, my kids are still alive. My kids are doing good. You know what I'm saying? Probably could be better if we were together, but uh, but it's just really weird the protection that my family has for the purpose of committing their evil. Uh, I mean, in that there's just like it's almost like a disconnect. Like there's no way to you can't even touch their evil. And I don't know, I just was thinking back to like like 7 months ago when all of this started. Like I guess the thing I think that probably the thing that makes me the angriest is that I paid the price again for I was doing better. I've been doing better. I don't think I ever really did. I never really did anything bad. I guess I mean if you think stripping is bad, I don't really know what to tell you, man. My family severely fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't be a wife. They fucked off my vagina. They fucked off my personality. They fucked off my everything, really. And they're so dysfunctional themselves that I mean, they certainly they don't even know how to do anything, but they just didn't have as many obstacles as me to overcome. And my obstacles were the things that they created for me. So let me think. And I've just been in this really strange state of mind because I was going to be like, oh, I'm going to find a husband. But in reality, I don't think but honest to God, I can't even lie. I need justice that I'm not going to get before I can even proceed with my life. I need justice so bad. I need my kid back and I need justice because I can't, sorry. I can't proceed. I can't. And plus I have this thing where I can't really receive love anyway. So I don't really I'm never gonna believe it, dude. If he says he loves me, I just won't believe him. You know what I'm saying? Especially not after seeing what Michael did. I'll never believe anybody about after the shit he pulled. I mean, my God. And it's just like, like we were on our way back from I extended the rental. So we were on our way back home and I drove past the come and go and I saw he was at the laundromat. So I went there and I caught him off guard. And and then he was doing laundry, and then we had church. Oh no, I always call it church. It's Charlie's Chicken, and then let me think what happened. But he has it. His girlfriend is that tattoo gone bad girl, and but like the thing is he's such a player. You know what I'm saying? And it's really confusing because I know he tried to marry my cousin too. And I think it's because her parents always try to con all these black guys into marrying her. Like they tried to con her first baby daddy into marrying her, and they successfully conned the second um, baby daddy into marrying her. And I'm pretty sure they tried to con Michael into marry. It's like high pressure sales. You've got to marry her. I'm like, she's married. You can't marry her right now because she's married. Okay, but they were still high pressure trying to get Michael to marry her, and it's just like, and he was going to go along with it. And I'm just like, you know what though I realized about Christine? Did you know she hasn't updated her Facebook profile in like 15 years? And it's not even a good picture. So I don't really know like what her story is. Like, why are you not updating your picture? But regardless, but do you know what but my point is they said something about Lydia because did you know that that dreadlock dude in my neighborhood, he's friends with Lydia. So I guess she likes dreadlock dudes. But regardless, I'm trying. I just can't keep. Um, lost my train of thought. Okay, so regardless, but then Mike has a girlfriend. He settled for the well. He actually likes Tattoo Gone Bad Girl. Like he actually like you should hear the shit he says about her. Like he like legit thinks she's worthwhile. Like he thinks she's the shit. Okay, regardless. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but oh, but I'm just like, okay, you have a girlfriend. You're desperate. You told me you were desperate, so now you have a girlfriend. Because like 3 days ago, he was desperate. He's like, I don't care. I'll take any girlfriend that I can get. So then now his girlfriend is the tattoo gone bad girl, and I'm not done. But then he's talking about he's gonna marry me today, and Jerry's gonna be our Mister. It's just so fun. I'm sorry, and it's so confusing for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, what the hell is going on? I don't know what to say. I'm so overwhelmed. Just, like my life is so mind freakish. Like I swear to God, like because like even on the way home, like or on the way, I feel like we went to Springfield today, but we really didn't. We did, but on the way back from the half of half store, I was thinking about this would be the time whenever I would ordinarily relapse. You know what I mean? And then I was like, oh no, surely not. And the next thing I know, we're making out of the laundromat. And then, oh my God, he invited me to stay the night. And obviously, I stuck to my guns. You know what I'm saying? Because I told him, I was like, the definition of insanity. And he was like, yeah, I kind of clicked for him, I think. And so I'm sure he just went running back to his little heifer hoe. But you know what he told me about her? It's really funny. Okay, he said that he's trying to get her to be a prostitute. I don't care whatever he does. He does, But it's so funny because she thinks that if she becomes a prostitute, it's gonna tip the scale and she's gonna have to live again. And he's like, I guess she thinks she did good in her life. And I was just like, that's like so like what? but I know they already told me that she's one of us. And I still don't know. I told you, don't get me started on Kid Cudi again, because that's my only definition. Regardless. Oh man. Sorry, I'm having flashbacks. Oh my gosh. What is that song called? Mr. Ranger. I'm sorry, I'm just remembering that when I first discovered that song, I was completely obsessed. And it was like my last good night at work. I literally I went down and I listened to that song my whole break. And I went to this deserted bathroom and I don't even dance. And I danced my whole break. And that sounds like, okay. So, but anyway, I think that I'm going to, and then after that, I subscribed to that dancing thing because I think it might be my calling. Regardless. And that was a joke. Okay, let me think. I can't keep my train of thought. I don't really know. It's just really weird to be in this love triangle. Well, I don't even know how to say it. I don't really understand like the dynamics of anything that has really happened or the extent of evil that has happened in the horrific choices that these people have made, et cetera, et cetera. The evil you just said, it's the most inconceivable. Evil in the fact that it's like it happened once and it happened again. And to this day, nobody feels the need to enlighten me. Nobody feels the need to make penance. Nobody feels and they think they owe me reparations. Nobody, just nothing. You know what I mean? And I just the shit these people do. I'm like, ugh. Like, for example, they said that Christy just moved to, she almost moved to Little Rock. And I feel like they probably, but what does that tell you? To me, I feel like she's upset that she missed out on the Little Rock drama, you know what I mean? So she caught the tail end of it. And I think that she's upset. And so she's trying to time travel back so that her and April can take her to Southwest Little Rock and she can meet all the, all the dudes on there. And but I ended up in Georgia. And the Black population in Joplin is very small. So I'm racking my brain trying to figure out how she can't find a boyfriend or a side piece or 10 side pieces down in Georgia. Like, it's inconceivable for me how she can't, why my boyfriend? You know what I mean? Like, you can't, I'm bait. You mean you're not attractive or whatever enough to attract your own dude. So yeah, I got to pull drama in for you. And then you know what I'm saying? Get to capitalize on it. I mean, it used to be my mom and I used to be bait for my mom and my sister. Like, I would draw the guys in and then they would take them. You know what I mean? And now I guess I'm bait for the whole family. Like my cousins, my aunts, my nieces. I guess none of them have the ability to attract men. So they have to come, take my men, I guess. I don't know what is so special about my men that everybody needs to fuck them. You know? I don't understand it. What am I doing? I am just really tired. Honestly, it's 5:55. Oh my gosh. So yesterday we were driving back from Springfield up, and at 5:55 we passed a 55-mile marker. But I'm going to tell you, yesterday's visit was so good with Mark Jr. It was like, I literally waited 10 years to have an hour like that with him. Like, I finally got to parent. You know what I mean? Oh, it was amazing, because I just got the premonition, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did the whole Bible study on First Samuel, and I got to go deliver the message, and he was already on that page. I didn't have to persuade him at all. First thing that came out of his mouth, I was like, ooh. So anyway, but I obviously, I don't meddle in. I just plant seeds and hope that my kids will choose right. So anyway, I'm still talking 42 minutes later. It's 6:00. I've got so much like conversation, like traffic in my brain, and like quantum. I don't know, what is it? I have a lot of conversation in my brain, but it's like subconscious. I have no, I don't even think it's transmitting. It's not bad conversation, but it's constant, and I'm so tired, and it's just enough so that I can just function in my real life because and I know what it's about, you know what I mean? And I hope that they didn't change their minds about like justice and like giving me justice and everything. And I understand like they're like, you don't really need justice whenever, because like, well, obviously I started out probably, see, I'm like that Little Wayne song. I'm like good and I'm good at it. And they're obviously jealous. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, why the hell else are they doing this shit for so long? They're jealous. And so, yeah, that was my baseline. You know what I mean? And now I've had like this life, like a lot of, like I've invested a lot into life, but I'm not getting a return on my investment. So basically, all I've been doing is building character. So it's like basically like yesterday, Mark Jr. was like, oh, Christian's faster than me. And I'm like, well, that's going to change when you start spending time with us because, well, you're 2 years older than him. And they're like, I'm like, we're more productive than where he is now. We're more productive human beings. So things are going to shift real quick, just because you don't see a lot of the fruits of our labors yet. It's compound interest still has to apply to us. I'm going to tell you, my blessings better catch up with me at some point because I did not merit the things that are happening, nor did they. Like, I didn't really do anything to deserve a little bit of the bad stuff that happened, but I think they probably did it about 1,000 times more than what I merited. So basically, by the same breath, all the good things in their life, it's probably a little better than what they actually merited, what they actually deserved. So things were rigged against me, and things were rigged in their favor. At some point, my computer's about to die, so I'm going to get off here, but I'm just going to say at some point, things have to reflect. Baseline, I started out better, and I've been working my ass off, and I ain't seen shit for the fruits of my labor. So at some point, not only am I gonna catch up, I'm gonna kick the crap out of them. Anyway, I gotta go. My computer's gonna die.